everybody, and welcome to Soulful Conversation with Frank and
Sheila Battle.
See, I didn't say it that time.
I appreciate that. He used to do this thing where he says, the lovely, beautiful, blah, blah, blah. Wish you could see her, blah, blah, blah.
I didn't do that this time.
It was kind of weird.
I think I was embarrassing her.
He sounded like Bobby Jones.
Oh, wow.
It was kind of scary.
Bobby Jones. Y'all know who Bobby Jones is. God bless you, baby. Anywho, we want to welcome everybody to Soulful Conversations. And
let's check in. What's happening at the battle station?
What's happening at the battle station?
So we had an opportunity for our kids to be on Amanda Edie Oliver's internet radio show. And then her beautiful daughter, Lily, was on vacation, and so she asked Trinity to come back.
Wait, Lily got a vacation and we don't have one?
We have not gotten a vacation, and baby girl is 13 and traveling.
Lily,
I'm a little jealous.
I hope you enjoyed your vacation.
Yes, Auntie and Uncle are happy for you,
yes,
but the next time you go somewhere, pick us up first.
Please do.
Please and thank you.
And let's see. Also, this week, we had the opportunity to go to one of the local places, not a paid sponsor.
Not a paid sponsor, but a jazz club.
Jazz club. And to hear our little brother, Dexter Moses.
Yes, absolutely.
Put it down with some swinging, soulful jazz.
And he was swinging,
He was swinging. Original tunes, you know, he wasn't doing Freddie Hubbard, Count Basie. He was doing original stuff.
Amazing young man.
And he is a North Carolina Central University
and of
Eagle.
Course, he was going to say that.
Of course. E-Funk. Or as a new generation says, Eagle Pride Amplified.
Eagle Pride Amplified. So yeah, we're not going to talk about how much controversy has come up over the new marketing campaign for North Carolina Central. Okay, so we're not going to talk about that.
No,
we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about
that.
that. Some people pretty upset though. Some people are pretty upset, including my husband. But he is still going to go to all the games that he can go to and homecoming and
Looking
all that
forward
stuff.
to it. Looking forward
Absolutely.
to it.
So shout out to Dexter and shout out to his 4-piece band. You guys did an incredible job.
Yeah.
And if you guys are doing anything in the future, you can count on some support from the battle station. It was a wonderful, wonderful evening.
Very nice.
Good stuff. Good stuff.
And let's see what else. Do we have anything else? So we got a chance, y'all, to have 2 dates this week.
Went on 2 dates. All that talk about love and communication and quickies and stuff.
Yeah, we got a chance to have 2 days. It was a good time.
2 days in a row. We had to take a nap afterwards, but
yep. Went to a nice restaurant. Had some good food.
Yes, we did.
It was great.
It was great. It was great. And so today
we have guests in the studio.
I'm so excited. Like my head is gonna pop off for real. So I'm gonna try to do a little bit of an introduction on these two, and then I'm gonna let them speak for themselves. But these are 2 very phenomenal people, and I had the fortune of knowing them as individuals first. So this young lady was just beautiful, always just had the most pleasant and sweet spirit, just always positive, always had something encouraging to say, always uplifting with her beautiful chocolate self. Oh my goodness. And then I had this brother, and he's just a big heart with feet. I mean, full of wisdom and knowledge and love, and just always supportive, and will not allow you to offer excuses.
Nope.
When action will do. And so I would have these incredible conversations with him. We were just upstairs talking about, some of those times I'm sure he wanted to go, oh my God, there goes Sheila. I'm just going to run the other way. But he wouldn't. And he would engage me, and he would encourage me. And he never would allow me to stay in the mode of a pity party in his presence. That just was not tolerated. And so here they were, these 2 incredible people working in the same building. And then poof, they married each other. They messed around and got married. And I was so excited, I didn't know what to do. And so now we get to enjoy them as a couple. We get to enjoy them as one. And so the battle station welcomes Walter and Melissa Jackson to Soulful Conversation.
Welcome.
Thank you.
Thanks for having us.
Y'all should see Walt.
Y'all should see Walt. And he's gonna get through it, though. He's gonna get through it, though.
He's gonna be great.
He is a trooper, and he is a king, and we're gonna let the king have his say. But I want to start with Miss Melissa. Hey, girl.
Hello.
How you?
I'm doing great.
I love you.
I love you too. I do.
I'm so happy to have you here.
Let me just say that when we met earlier, when we met last week, I left your home and I was filled with such joy.
Wow.
And with such longing to be able to be filled and refreshed like that on a more regular basis.
Wow.
Every time I leave your presence, I feel that way, but I felt it very strongly when I left your home.
Wow.
So I'm going to put that on the table.
I'm going to put that on the table. Well, you are welcome, and the doors of the battle station are always open to you. You know that. We love you so much. My brother.
Yes, ma'am.
The king is in the building. What's going on, man?
Excited to be here, though a little overwhelmed at this opportunity. But I'm gonna work through it like Frank said.
Like a trooper, like the trooper that you are. So let me help you. Let's give you a chance to talk about something easy. Talk to me about your wife.
Uh-oh.
Because one of the things that we want to make sure that we do is encourage love. We want to encourage love. We want to put love on display. We keep talking about this notion of RVA is for lovers and this idea around how can we change the narrative and how can we put a different image out there that speaks to who we really are and not to some of the narratives that have been slathered on us by other voices. And so one of the things that I've always appreciated about you is your acknowledgement, just willingly acknowledging royalty in a woman. And every time I was in your presence, there was always, we talk about the difference between a compliment and encouragement. You are an expert at encouragement, at pulling someone up out of a mindset, a narrative, a theory about who they are and what they can do and helping them to see that they can be somewhere better. And so when we talk about love on display and we talk about marriage and we talk about this narrative that's out there, you know, I know how you were talking to me. I can't imagine Melissa had to listen to that all the time. Like you should probably just
Every
on
day,
cloud nine, like floating all the time.
Thank you, Father.
Yeah. So talk to me about this love thing. Talk to me about love. Why are we settling for something that's beneath us when the greater image is so much better?
I think oftentimes we forget that love is a verb. We think we can just say I love you and that should suffice, and that doesn't work in reality. My wife holds me accountable to me, which, in my opinion, is how God set it up, because she is now me. We're the same person. So when I falter, it gets pointed out to me, not in a harsh way or a mean way, but it gets pointed out to me in a pretty plain and simple way, as when we look in the mirror and see we haven't combed our hair before we walked out the house. It's just something I just try and accept, because the world doesn't teach us to take positive criticism. Scripture uses the word rebuke, means just correction. And that's looked at as a dirty word now. I know my place is to lead my family. I'm the spiritual leader. But I also know that a wife's place is to nurture me, help me, but also to protect the family. And sometimes that involves protecting the family from some of my thoughts. So if I say something that I think is a good idea, she's already looking at it as in how is it going to impact the family?
Wow.
Usually she lovingly says, oh, that sounds like a great idea. Tell me more. And when I tell her more, she asks me questions that I have to investigate or either self-reflect and realize at some point it's not going to work. And then I got to break it to her, even though she knew it as soon as I mentioned it.
That's called grace, girl. That's called grace. That's called grace.
And I appreciate that.
Yeah. So what is it like being married to a king?
Wow, that's a big question. It has been one of the most exciting things to happen in my life. I don't know. I think when you ask that question, the thing that comes to mind for me is, what is it like to have the responsibility for being an ear for this man who, my goodness, just has so much knowledge.
Yeah.
And he is always seeking greater understanding about everything around us. Everything. What is it like to be the ear for this man? And what is it like to encourage him when he is seeking to do those things that, just are, I won't even say second nature. It's just inherent in him to be about community and to be about doing those things that will encourage other people to do whatever it is, but encourage other people. What does it mean to hold this type of light and to be what that light needs? And it's scary because sometimes I feel like, am I doing everything that he needs me to do? But it's also exciting. Like I said, it's exciting because I get to move throughout this life with this person, being able to learn from him, being able to be encouraged by him, being able to encourage him and to support him. And it's huge. Yeah. It's huge. It's too much to try and, verbalize.
Yeah, I feel you.
So it's huge.
I feel you. So you guys have an amazing love story. I just love love stories. And one of the components of your love story is something that you all have been trying to share with Frank and I, trying to get us to come on and dance to the beat of a different drummer, literally.
Yeah.
And just in the busyness of life, we just have not, but are making a commitment and want you guys to hold us accountable that we will be more engaged in this aspect of your lives. And it is the dance. And I want y'all to talk about it. Some of you may know Walt as Jack Stepper and
Jack Stepper.
And God knows this man can step. I mean, if y'all ever seen this man move on a dance floor, and it's never aggressive. It's never competitive. He's a gentleman. He is an absolute gentleman in the midst of this dance and even off the dance floor, but especially on it. And, when we talk about couples and ways that they can connect and ways that they can share a moment of intimacy in a different kind of way, I just look at the two of you and have watched how you've grown even in the dance and the way that you have adopted it as part of your life. This isn't just something that y'all, do every now and then. This is part of you all's life, and introducing it to other couples and even folks who are single, just as a way to have a safe space to enjoy themselves and have a good time and not have the pressures and the worries that kind of come with club life or hanging out.
Right. Because I think it was probably maybe almost a year and a half ago, somewhere in that time frame, when Walt and Melissa came by the house. And one day we had some friends over,
Yes.
and they took the opportunity. They weren't married then. And
No, I think they were
y'all
married.
then?
I think y'all were married when y'all came and did the dance with Kelly. And
There was a young lady who was going to get married.
Going to get married,
exactly,
right?
exactly. Okay.
Yeah, so they were married.
They were
but
married,
yeah.
but it was just watching the two of them teach us, and just the connection and how they both were enjoying it so much. And you got one of our friends. He doesn't have he's rhythmically challenged.
Yes, he is.
And even he was able to do it. So I was
if
like,
you can count, we can teach you to do it.
Walt was very
And Walt was
patient.
patient.
Was very patient with him and his two left feet.
and he was one of the first people to get the dance, and I was pretty impressed by that. I was like, Walt has skills.
Walt has skills.
So it was just a beautiful time. Just seeing, that was really my first experience of just seeing the power of the dance and community and just the love and happiness that was just in the room. And I think we picked some random music, and it was just great.
It was great.
It was great.
But Walt travels with music,
Yeah, he
so
does.
you ain't never got
Yes,
to worry
he
about
does.
it.
Yes, he does.
Walt has music all the time, all the time. So talk to us about this dance. Talk to us about what it means to you all and why you're so passionate about sharing it.
So I just want to say, and then you can take it home from there. I just want to say that the dance actually is what brought us together. And so I'll let my husband tell the story. You don't want to tell the story? Okay, I'll
You
tell.
can't just say the dance brought us together and then dance for the
brought us
time. Like, you
together.
can't do that. I'm with you, Walt. She can't do that.
Man, no
What is
support
it,
around
but what
here.
is it? But what does it mean to you? What is this lifestyle?
That's a book. The dance brought us together.
The dance brought us together.
What does this lifestyle mean to you?
It's been a fantastic way to socialize with other like-minded individuals and to really experience the just social atmospheres and not just that wonderful music, opportunities to vibe on the dance floor. People dance at various levels. You have some beginners, you have intermediates, you have experts, but regardless of where you fall in that, you still can vibe with someone that you're dancing with. And really for that 3 minutes, maybe 4 minutes, actually some songs have lasted as long as 9 to 10 minutes.
Wow.
And you're out of breath and you're almost dying, but it's an opportunity to really establish a connection with that individual. Sometimes, actually most of the time, it's filled with encouragement. The most experienced person recognizes where you are in the dance, and you may be a little insecure because you haven't had as many years, but they're saying to you, come on, you have this.
Yeah.
Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and then that individual who hasn't had as many years of experience as perhaps that partner, they get an opportunity to really just, relax in that moment as much as you can relax because you're a little nervous, but relax in that moment, enjoy that moment, be present in that moment. For me, it's been a great way to see parts of, the states, parts of the country. There are various opportunities to dance around Virginia, but we also get to go to other parts of the country as well to dance. So it's a great opportunity for travel. And it's just...
It's a tribe of y'all.
It's a tribe.
And whether you a Chicago stepper or a somewhere else kind of stepper, y'all thick as thieves. Like the stepping community is very serious about protecting each other, protecting the art of the dance, and not allowing infiltration of some of this other foolishness to get in it. I mean, and so it's beautiful. So when you go on YouTube and you pull up Chicago stepping, or you pull up any of the other cities that are named in it, you see the elegance. You see that it's very romantic, that it's very much a celebration of us. It's so beautiful. So talk to me, Walt. What is it for you?
For me, well, I'll identify the scariest part of it.
Okay.
when you first come in, you don't know how to do the dance. So you have to be willing to allow everyone around you to see you vulnerable, ignorant of the dance, and be willing to work through that, because this is just, in my opinion, a reflection of real life. No one goes into a situation, does it expertly. Right. So we have to allow our egos to be set aside and allow people to see us vulnerable while we learn how to do this dance. But once you get the hang of the dance, at least the basics, you start to really appreciate some of the positives. Like, most of us have women supervisors, managers, bosses, presidents. We can't treat them like a woman. We have to treat them like our superior. So on the dance floor, we get this woman who is allowing herself to submit to our leadership in the dance. At first, we're stumbling. She's patient with us. Sometimes not as patient as we would like. But as things progress, she learns how to relax and allow herself to follow. And our confidence gets built up more when she allows us to lead her. And she gets a vacation. We get an opportunity to lead this strong woman. And
she gets to be a lady.
She gets to
relax in the dance and be a lady.
It takes a little while for people to kind of catch up to that concept, because it's a little challenging sometimes, I think, for some women who, like Walt said, some women are in corporate America and they are supervisors, managers, whatever. Just
they can bring home the bacon and fry it up in the pan.
Exactly. And so it can be an interesting challenge to step into a dance studio to learn this dance, only to be told while you're learning the dance that I'm going to lead and you're going to follow. And
you're not the boss of me.
Exactly. And it's not delivered in... Well, I think sometimes it is delivered that way.
And sometimes it needs to be.
And sometimes it needs to be. Yeah.
Yes.
But just the idea of, I watch the videos, right? So these women are in beautiful dresses. You get to look like a lady. You get to feel like a lady. And these men are so gentle. I mean, I've seen them do some acrobatics that I think I would be a little bit scared to do. But these women they're so trusting that this man has them.
We get an opportunity to fulfill who we are and how we were made. We get to go after the woman. We walk across the floor, across the room, extend our hand and ask her for a dance.
And we get to be demure. And to say, why, yes, I'd be happy to dance with you.
She said demure, y'all.
We lead.
Oh, girl, put that roar down and just do it.
And just do it.
And when we get to the dance floor, I'm not telling her what to do. It's a request.
It's a request.
And sometimes I'm going to make a request and she's going to politely say no. I may want to give her a turn, maybe one turn more than what she wants to do because her feet hurt. The shoes have outlasted their usefulness.
I'm shaking my head fervently. Yes, that's true.
And I may give her a turn and she may accept the request but not fulfill it, and the dance keeps on. Yeah. It's not my job to control her. It's my job to lead her. And I have to be sensitive to the fact that if she didn't meet my request, it's probably for a good reason.
And there was no argument or nothing out there.
No, it's not an argument verbal. Because I've often told young ladies, all I need from you is to follow my lead. I don't want nothing to do with your checkbook. I want keys to your car. All I need for you to do, all I want you to do is just to follow me in this dance. Yeah. And if I falter, roll with me. Mm-hmm. And you'll be surprised, just like in real life, us men, we're out there doing the best we can. We falter all the time. We come home, she looks at us, and she still loves us.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so it's this community acceptance and leadership and putting things back the way God intended that really makes this dance, and I'm sure other dances too, but this dance especially, because we all don't have just one dance partner. Everything we do in the dance is appropriate, so we all feel comfortable dancing with each other.
And each other's spouses.
Correct.
Yes.
I enjoy when my wife is asked to dance by these men because she gets to feel what she's supposed to be feeling, like a lady being treated decently by a man.
Wow.
And I appreciate seeing my husband go out into this crowd of people, and I enjoy seeing him. He's giving these ladies an opportunity who've come to these events with the hope of being able to get as many dances out of this activity as possible. And so he gets out there, and it is wonderful to watch him go out, and he dances himself nearly to death to try and give every lady in that space an opportunity to get on the floor and dance.
So this is a whole nother podcast. I know my husband is like, Sheila's head is getting ready to pop off. So, like, I could go back about 5 minutes into what Walt said and to what you just said, and that's a whole nother podcast for a whole nother day. But the idea that if I was a single woman, or if there are a group of single women and they come, I think there's some safety in knowing somebody's going to ask me to dance, and I'm going to still have a good time. Even if I came with 3 or 4 girlfriends and I didn't come with a partner, I'm still going to get a chance to dance with no strings attached. Absolutely. Nobody's going to, well, I don't know. Maybe somebody might ask you for your number, but it's not aggressive. Is my point.
We're all human.
Right. It's not aggressive. Right.
And there's people that are single, and we embrace them.
Yeah.
Because it's contrary, and we make sure people know this is not a club atmosphere.
Right.
You cannot come in here trolling without going unchecked. Now, we're adult about it.
Yeah. But be respectful.
Exactly. Be respectful. Exactly. Because there's a lot of women, especially, work hard every day doing the best that they know how or can. And when they come out to dance, they're getting something that they're lacking oftentimes. Right. They're getting the attention of a man that's more like a brother that cares about them. So they're getting positive contact and touch without being treated or made to feel like
they're in the club.
That they're in the club.
Yeah.
And these women, most of the time, they're professionals. Yeah. They just don't have all the elements to their life at that time. Right. And sometimes some of the married ladies their husbands don't dance.
Exactly.
Sometimes the wives don't dance. So that spouse comes out, gets a lot of that positive interaction that they're not getting at home without jeopardizing anything.
Right. That's a powerful point.
And we protect each other. When we see some things going awry. We were in Atlanta a few years ago, and one of our dance mates was being kind of stalked by a young lady. Our ladies that went down there went and had a conversation with her. Right. And it wasn't mean, just letting her know he's married. Yeah. It doesn't matter how much you like to dance with him. He's married, and this is a social event. Yeah. So he's not just going to dance with you, even though you may have chemistry. Right. Oftentimes, chemistry is misinterpreted as something else. It's just chemistry.
Agreed.
That's another podcast. Why is he doing that?
Because he's Walt.
Because he's Walt. Like, that's a whole
other thing.
Okay, so we keep calling it the dance. What does that mean? Because I kind of inserted the Chicago stepper thing in there just so that people could have some context of what we're talking about. So regionally, What are some of the names and what are some of the places where people could get exposure to this dance so that they can understand exactly what we're talking about?
Well, this dance that we do, the name of it is Chicago Stepping.
Okay.
That's where it originated from. Mm-hmm. It's a partner-style ballroom dance that originated in a very urban ghetto, not ghetto, but a lot of the origins were in hardcore neighborhoods.
Okay.
And it started out mainly men battling each other with dance moves versus fighting. Women, and it originated from the bop. So people were bopping. Then some of the younger cats got a hold of it and they were battling with footwork. And then not to leave the ladies out. So the ladies was like, hey, you're going to include us. This ain't just a battle.
And it looks smooth.
Right.
So
now, I don't know all of the history exact, but that's what I've been told. That gives us some
context, yeah.
And so it's a partner-style ballroom dance that has a very urban feel to it. No matter where you do it, you're Chicago stepping.
Okay.
The issue some people have is, well, you're not doing it the way they do it in Chicago. Because it's being taught in a variety of places by a variety of people that come outside of Chicago, it tends to have its own flavor in its region.
Yeah.
So when someone told me I'm not dancing like they do it in Chicago, I said, because I'm not from Chicago. But this is the dance, and we can dance together.
Yeah, absolutely.
But it's more of a social thing now.
Yeah.
That we share a dance, and that's what really solidifies us getting together. But it's very social.
Okay.
It's very social.
So where can folks see y'all in this dance in RVA? I know this podcast goes all over, but we are Virginia based, and we are in beautiful RVA, Central Virginia. Are there opportunities for people to come see the dance, learn the dance, get a better understanding of this lifestyle that you guys are so passionate about?
Yes. At this time, we have a gathering put together by Val Thomas on the South Side at Lynn Haven Community Center.
Okay.
And that's every...
Is it Belmead or
Belmead. Correction, not Lynn Haven.
It's on Lynn Haven, I think.
Right, but it's at the Belmead Community Center.
Okay.
And that's first and third Fridays from 5 to 8. It's free. You don't need a partner. If you could preferably bring hard bottom shoes, but come and you'll have a great time. We can teach you to dance and learn to dance. Also, there's another class at Artworks on 14th.
In Hull?
That's yes.
Yes, on Hull.
Hull Street.
It's Artworks, and that's on Thursdays. I believe that starts at 7:15.
7:15.
That's an odd time. Okay.
Well, it was at 7, I believe, and because people always showed up around 7:15.
Well, you know,
changed it a little bit.
People of color do,
and
sometimes.
And that has a couple of established people that have been holding that class, Vince Barnes and Lonnie Lucas.
Wow.
But we're all a family.
Yeah.
We all dance together.
Well,
there's other opportunities outside of Richmond.
Okay.
But those are the two opportunities that are here in Richmond, Virginia.
We are going on record. Frank and I are going on record that we are going to attend one of these classes in the next 30 days. We are because it's so beautiful. I mean, and it's kind of fly, you know. I mean, just the whole.
It is.
It's beautiful. It's smooth and it's beautiful, and it's a way to enjoy each other that's different from your regular, normal, walking around everyday life kind of thing. And so one of the things that we always want to do here is introduce people to things that, I might have heard of that. Oh, I saw a video. Or, I saw the R. Kelly video back in the day. We shouldn't talk about R. Kelly. Okay, we can't. Okay, we saw a video from an R&B singer a while back, and they were on a yacht and wearing white, and they looked really great. But how do you learn that, and where do you go? And social media has, put this thing on 1,000, because now the videos are so accessible. And I think people are, tripping over each other in their basements trying to figure out how to do this, and there's classes.
Well, it's funny because a lot of people are very adept, very intelligent. This dance actually attracts very intelligent people. What the challenge with that is, you can watch a video and learn a line dance.
Right.
You cannot watch a video and understand the nuances of two people interacting without verbal skills. This dance
is intuitive.
It's not, well, it's intuitive, but the communication is via hands.
Right.
And it's via body language. So that's another reason why intelligent people like it, because it's an additional challenge.
That's a good point.
But you can't learn this dance from watching videos.
Wow.
You actually have to show up and learn the basics. But once you learn the basics and you embrace this dance, it's something that's yours forever.
Yeah.
When I would go out to training to various different states, all I did was make a phone call and find a class. When I found that class, I often got to go out with them to dance afterwards. So I had a community waiting for me already.
Wow.
I just hadn't met them yet.
Yeah, that's so
And
good.
we're looked for and welcomed in at least 15 cities right now.
Wow.
And that's something that we never had before. And these are sometimes people we've danced with, don't even know their name. But we've danced together and we're part of the same community.
That's awesome.
That's amazing.
It is.
All right, Mr. Frank, you got any other questions about this? I'm telling you, I think we're pretty tall, but I think we got enough rhythm to pull this off.
Yeah, we can pull this.
And you can't commit to one class. That doesn't mean anything.
Because we and I believe that because when we had the little lesson here
upstairs, I forgot all of that.
Just can't do it.
We had one lesson, and they taught us something, and I don't even know if I remember how to do it now, but it's okay.
So just tell us again about those opportunities to participate and learn.
So it's first and
third Fridays from 5 to 8 at Belmead Community Center. And every Thursday at 7:15 at Artworks on Hull Street.
Got it.
Wow.
I'm so happy to have had this time with y'all.
Oh yeah.
It's been fantastic.
See, and Walt, wasn't that easy? That was easy.
No. It wasn't hard though.
It wasn't hard.
Yeah.
It wasn't hard.
Yeah, it was Walt was a little concerned, but he did great. And I'm sure that you all were just kind of just sitting, riding your car, jogging, whatever you're doing, and you've enjoyed this because this brother, his ability to teach this, he and his wife teaching this, I mean, just the connection that you feel, not only with the rhythm of the music, but just the atmosphere. I mean, I'm going back to that day when you all came here. I mean, we had so much fun, and it was impromptu. So we just kind of pushed the sofa.
We were sitting around, we just moved the furniture and said, "Okay, let's do this."
And Walt was like, "1, 2, 3, 2," and then we were at it. So we encourage you all just to give this a try and come out and meet and join them.
I've been derelict at mentioning something, but as far as I'm concerned, the lead instructor here in Richmond, Virginia, is Dwayne Hayes.
Dwayne Hayes. Okay.
Dwayne Hayes.
He has the patience of Job.
I need you.
He has style. He has class. He has an incredible understanding of the dance and how to communicate that in his instruction. So I'm going to say,
Dwayne,
my instructor.
Walt and him, both of those gentlemen were my instructors.
Yeah. He's been one of the most consistent and longest dancing Chicago steppers in Richmond.
Wow.
And as far as I'm concerned, he is the lead instructor for Richmond, Virginia.
And his name again is?
Dwayne Hayes.
Dwayne Hayes. So Brother Dwayne Hayes, you're getting shouted out on Soulful Conversations with Frank and Sheila Battle. And we look forward to meeting you real soon at one of these classes. We're going to do it, babe,
and
right?
we appreciate you.
Yes, we appreciate you. But we're going to do it, right?
Yes.
We're going to do it. And we're going to invite you to come along on the journey with us. If we're just getting started, you don't have to worry about being in there and being the only newbies, because the battles are going to be newbies too. We don't know what we're doing either, y'all. We just going to do what they say. How about that? Okay. So we want to thank Walt and Melissa.
Thank you
for coming down into the studio. We were just having dinner, and I kind of warned them that they were going to be on the podcast, and they were kind enough to oblige. And so,
and they did great. They did great,
and they did absolutely great. It was absolutely great. Look forward to stay tuned to hear more about how we're going to connect with them in the coming months around RVA is for Lovers and this whole idea of putting love on display.
Yeah,
we want to get some more information out to you guys as soon as we can. We have a few loose ends to tie up first, but stay tuned. We did not forget you all who were excited about the RVA is for Lovers event. We just needed to pull some more things together, because if we're going to do it, we want to do it right, or we're not going to do it at all. And then we don't want to, everything that we do, we want it to honor God and to honor love. We want to represent God well in everything we do. So thank you so much for those who kept reaching out and kept emailing and kept this idea alive. We are working on it, and we'll have something soon to announce around that. Yeah. So this was so much fun hanging out with the Jacksons. But babe, we forgot.
Oh,
we have a new intro to Soulful Conversations.
Did y'all hear that at the beginning?
Oh my God. It's so awesome to be connected with such talented people. And our little brother,
Aaron B. Aaron B.
Shout out to you, Aaron, and your beautiful family. Thank you. He was inspired by the podcast and just went home and wrote a little ditty for us.
He hit me up and said, bruh, check your email. And bada boom, bada bing. There it is.
There it is.
Pure talent.
And it's a smooth musical piece. And we are so grateful. Because you got to be careful when you're using music off the internet.
Right.
We don't want to get in no trouble. So thank you, Aaron. We really appreciate you. Yeah. And I'm a fix you something. I'm going to cook you something.
So in the words of Heavy D, we got our own thing.
We got our own thing.
Diddly, and he titled it Battle Station.
Awesome. So again, thank you, Aaron. And thanks again to all of you. I know we do a lot of thank yous, but we try to live a grateful life and always want to just live and speak and give from and receive, because we're learning how to receive in this season of our life, but to do it all from a place of gratitude. And so thank you, Aaron. Thank you, family, for sharing, liking, and subscribing.
Thank you, Walt and Melissa, for hanging out with us. And so now we leave you with the smooth sounds of Aaron B.
Yeah, start playing the booth so then they can hear it while we're still talking.
Oh, it's going on right now.
Okay, cool.
I
So
like that.
just bob your head a little bit to that. Pop your finger, as my dad used to say. Go on and finger pop to that a little bit.
All right. So again, we thank you all for listening.
Take care and be well, family.
Grace and peace to you all.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye.